Does your dog cry all the time? This might make them stop. You love your dog, right? Then maybe you don't love every single thing about your dog. Maybe your dog loves to eat the garbage. Maybe she jumps over the fence in the backyard chasing after squirrels. Or maybe she just won't stop crying and whining for some reason. We know how stressful it is to hear your best friend cry all the time, and we're here to help. In this video, we'll show you why your dog is crying and the best ways to make her stop. Stick around until the end of the video to hear the simplest way to make her stop crying. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to be notified as soon as we put up more helpful videos for taking care of your pets. There are multiple reasons why your dog might be crying, and we're going to cover all of them to find the best way to help your particular pooch. One way to ensure that you're treating your dog the best that you can and to prevent crying and whining is through great training. Click the link in the video's description to be taken to our #1 training guide for at-home training to help with disobedient dogs and new puppies. Tip number 1. The first thing you should do if you're worried about your best friend crying is ask your veterinarian if your dog has any medical issues. Dogs most often vocalize when they're feeling sick or hurt, and the best person to see about these issues is a veterinary professional. The vet may take x-rays or draw blood to check for what could be causing your dog's pain. We know it's scary to think about, but seeking a professional is always the first best option. Tip number 2. Stay observant. Watch your dog around your home to see what the root cause of the whining and crying might be. He could be doing it in an effort to appease dominant members of your family. It also might be the sound he makes when he gets excited or nervous about something. Maybe your dog is whining when you come back home after being gone for a while. Maybe the weather outside is stormy with lots of lightning and thunder. Or it could be that you're enjoying a nice big burrito and your friend is whining because he wants some. Try to keep track of what is happening to cause the whining, and that will help you choose the best course of action. Tip number 3. If your dog is whining as a way to submit to dominant members of the family, you should work on building up his confidence. Yes, just like us, dogs will get nervous around certain people and try to suck up to them by whining or crying. A simple solution to this one is to play a game with your dog. You can get him a tug toy and start a game of tug of war with him. Let him hold on and tug for a few seconds and then let him win. We know it's tough for all of you hardcore competitors to let someone else win, but everyone will be happier if you bite the bullet and lose on purpose. Plus, your dog will still love you just as much after you lose. Tip number 4. Lots of dogs will cry to get your attention. Many dogs will also get vocal when they're excited. When you play into their excitement, it will only encourage them to keep crying. So, if you've got a crier, then try to ignore her. We all love coming home to an excited buddy after a long day at work. But if you really want to stop the crying, then try keeping entrances simple. Speak softly, move slowly, and don't give your dog any attention until she quiets down to show her that being calm is the best way to get attention and some belly rubs. If this goes well, you can try and add a little more excitement and love later. But remember to not reward her if she starts crying. Tip number 5. You know these pictures of a mommy dog and her litter of puppies, all sleeping together as close as possible that you see all the time on social media? Those puppies look so darn cute, all snuggled together that you decide it's finally time to get a puppy of your own. Congratulations! Now you get to take that puppy home where you put him in a bed or crate by himself. But if you thought he was going to sleep quietly through the whole night, then you were sorely mistaken. Dogs are pack animals, so they naturally prefer to sleep with others in close contact, especially when they're puppies. The most important things to do to stop your dogs crying at night are to keep him healthy, well exercised, and full. Also, make sure you let him outside to take care of his business before putting him to bed. Make sure he's sleeping in a comfortable place, and you can even let him sleep with his favorite toy. If you're satisfied with your puppy's sleeping quarters, then show him that it's a really nice place to sleep with a treat. After that, if he wakes up in the middle of the night to cry, you're going to have to ignore him. It's tough, and you might lose some sleep, but you'll thank us in the long run. Don't be afraid to invest in earplugs either. Tip number 6. Another common scenario that will make your dog cry is when you have to leave her alone. We know no one wants to do it, but sometimes there's no solution other than to leave Rosie alone for a few hours. As soon as you close the door on her, while pushing her back so she doesn't get her snout caught in the door, you'll hear the crying. It's the worst feeling, right? Well, there's a way to stop it from happening. Keep it cool when you're leaving. Try not to shower her with kisses and hugs or dramatic talk about how you'll only be gone for a little while. This type of stuff will alert your best friend to the fact that you're leaving, and it's going to feel like forever to her. Stay calm, relaxed, and casual when you're heading out. And your dog will think that you'll be back soon and there's no need to worry. If that doesn't work, then try taking short trips out of the house to show your dog that you always come back. Leave a couple times for 5 minutes each and show her that you would never leave her for long. Tip number 7. Here's the simplest solution to stop the crying. Teach her a quiet command. To start, encourage your dog to whine. And as soon as she starts to cry, tell her quiet in a tough and firm voice. Don't yell at her because that might make her think that you're upset, which will make her even more agitated or nervous. Hold a treat out to your dog, and when she stops crying to sniff your hand, reward her with that treat. You can practice this command every time that the dog cries, and soon she'll learn that being quiet earns her a nice reward. Remember that you can train your dog at home all by yourself by clicking the link in the video's description to go to our #1 training guide for at-home training to help with disobedient dogs and new puppies. Now you're an expert on finding out what it is that's causing your dog to cry all the time, and you know exactly how to prevent it from happening. Just remember to always stay upbeat and positive when training your dog. Don't reward bad behavior by showing him attention or getting him too excited. And always have lots of treats on hand for when he does the right things. Thanks for watching our video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to be notified whenever we put out more videos just like this one.